I'm home safe. So let's see. So I did like research and stuff, and I hear a lot of stories in the past about the players. Players. Okay, so if you have been following me and my story and everything that I do is comedy and it's music and acting and all that all tied up with my truth. Well, what I have been like watching and looking and listening to and also associate with on social media because that's what we do. Social media. Okay, so I wanted to hop in here and talk about the bachelor, okay, and 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 the people that they recruit for their shows. They're actress and also I just want to stick at actress because they're really good at acting and attacking the I want to say the stupid guys. Yeah. And yeah, I'm pissed and I'm mad because not only Chase Rice has been played several times, but he mentioned just people just hitting him up. Just, hey, you're invited to go to the show because, just because. Uh, what are you trying to do? Reach fame and gold, right? Okay, that. Okay. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he's maybe he's just awesome that way. And I do know a lot of awesome people that just shit just happened to them. Like were set up. So the reason why I brought this up, because you know Taylor. I don't know her last name, but I see a lot of people like that around my people here, and they just disappeared and then they show up. And they show up with different guys. Like, how many guys now you've been with? And how do you get your money or where you get your money and where you're from? And not unless your family has money from the outside that you're being supported to be a fucking whore. So, so I think Taylor, she's from where? I don't really know her personally, but I had my people like watching her and investigating her. She she come from a bratty family that think they're all that shit. They're all of that, right? And you think you can okay, depression, okay? So I've been following Chase Rice just because it's very interesting to hear about his story because it might link to other people's story, especially mine. Um, that his last fling was with her, right? And then she went on some show with this guy and she's supposed to act stupid, right? Because are you deaf? Like you can hear the music, right? and you're acting like you're an idiot. And here's this stupid guy telling you it's a surprise, right? And she's all, and then after that, she cried after the show. And then after that, she went after the show and talked like she's from the project. Um, so look into her history. Is she a actor or an actor? Okay. I don't know the guy that was in The Bachelor because I don't really not interested in that because I'm not looking for a man. But I don't know who that guy end up with. But I bet you anything he's probably depressed or probably wants to end his life. Who knows? But I know Chase Rice have experienced friends that have took their own life, and he wrote a song about it. And then he also mentioned something about a lady that was in the Survivor is probably dead, or because he mentioned something about I should have like done a better job staying in touch with her or him. So I'm assuming that person died. He never mentioned anything about that after that. But I'm just assuming, like, what happened to that person because you never said anything about it. You just mentioned that you wish you had done a better job keeping, like, staying in touch with that person. So I don't know. So, anyhow, depression was like created and medication was created around that time and therapy and counseling and stuff like that. And so he has a video that he did about going to therapy AA meeting, I think. So I think he was told that he was an alcoholic. So with that, I almost became an alcoholic, but and I was also almost manipulated to be drugged by Intermountain Hospital. And what else? So I truly believe these people or were just set up to come into your life to do some serious damage, which thank God that Taylor was not successful in doing that. And then they set up another Taylor from Canada to try to do that to Chase. And that was not successful. And now I believe that person's engaged to another Canada person. For God, I don't know why, because they're like a big pop shit with the NFL. So I don't know if they're being supported by the NFL. I'm pretty sure that they are because somebody has to support them because their music, no one's buying into their shit anymore. And no one's buying into football anymore. So they have to get support from somewhere. So, and that's what I think about these people. Uh, he mentioned something about Taylor is Mexican. So, um, I look around and there are some people that can be related to that bloodline or they just happen to show up in certain time of the year here in Utah and link up with their ex-boyfriends, girlfriends. And I don't know how they get the cars. They're registered in Los Angeles because they don't do business here in Utah. They just come here and fuck people locally, local boys here in Utah. And one of my good friend, um, my kid's friend, Brian, was dating this girl, and I believe Brian is. I don't. Last time I saw that kid was at Mesquite with his friends. They were all boys, and they're all good friends with my daughter. So, so I hope he's okay because I have not seen him. I have not seen any of his family or the mom or the dad. But the dad did own a firm, insurance firm here in Hurricane, Utah for some insurance, life insurance, car insurance, and stuff. And they do have family from LA. So I believe they're from LA, California, South California, not from LA, but South California somewhere. What else can I remember? The boys were really good friends with my kids when we moved here. Um, so I know the year that they graduate, the boys got in trouble by the police here, and they got locked up on their graduation day. I wish I can remember the the name, but I no longer see her and the husband or any of their kids. They just vanished, disappeared. And the only last person that I saw with that family was Brian. During COVID, we did my kids did a video with him at my house when we were staying at at Tafili's house when they did this COVID thing and everybody was doing TikTok and they did this dance, right? And it was all my girls before my baby girl Angelina LUAFATA Ieremia died. They did this video with him. And that was the last time I actually like recognized him or even seen him. And then I saw him again at over there at Mesquite around during the time when I was going through my shit. And then what else? And then I even because everybody was doing it, and I even like did it myself. I created an account with TikTok, and I was reaching out for help. And I was going through TikTok, and even Facebook and shit. And people was just like, something wasn't right, right? And I was trying to reach out to my people. And I did this video. I said, hey, was it that? Or it did. I did a lot of video with me and my husband. And then we had to move, relocate. And then we were set up to move to this place in Hurricane, our last place where we were, that that area, um, where my daughter was. I will always believe she was set up and murdered during COVID, and a lot of people died during COVID. Fucking a lot of people from all over the world died through COVID, and also some were given the shot twice. And then I've noticed my son was getting like titties, like like titties. So so I was like, that's weird. So I'm wondering now, was those shot like hormones, like to change people, change their identity or change their something there in the chemical to change man or woman? And I only did it one time. Thank God I didn't go for the second one. But then again, my body is really good at getting rid of the toxic because I was born in an island and I was given a shot in my arm to for that. And also I got bit by a lot of insect, so my body has chemical that fights off whatever poison. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that is still safe. Thank God for that. Or smart. Like if your brain is great, thank God, keep it up. But because a lot of people did take the shot or didn't take the shot, I don't really have enough evidence to prove that. But the only evidence I can prove is what I did and what I'm around. So that's that. I gotta say about the COVID shot. Um, you can look around. I don't know, but I took the shot one time, and my husband was trying to get me to do it twice, and I didn't do it. Even at the school, even where I was working at, a lot of kids, all the kids were recommended. The youth, they were underage. All the kids at this is very important. All the kids that were in a group home, they well, they some refused and some they took. They took the shot, or maybe they all took the shot. So that is something I'm not sure. There's camera everywhere. You can see who took the shot or not took the shot, and or you can see what kind of shot that was going out to places to this to wherever, because I know people were taking a shot all over the country. How I know this is because I have a cousin that lived in the island of Tonga. Last time I talked to her, she was telling me the COVID hit the island of Tonga, and then it started hitting all over the country. So a lot of people died, and a lot of people took the shot because of they were scared, they didn't want to die, because they believed that there is such thing as COVID. Um, and during that time, the international airport was still going in and out. And that's probably where all the actress from different country was coming in, like Taylor, and like Taylor, Canada, right? And they were and got involved with she got involved. I think they met through social media. So they got involved and he must have like had a fling with her. And then I guess he liked that shit. And then she broke up with him and that kind of like fucked him up. And a lot of young guys did get fucked up by that, by girls they hooked up through like social media. And then they just break up with them. They just disappeared. They disappeared on my social media because I follow one of the girl and she just disappeared. All right. That's kind of personal. I don't want to talk too much about that because I care about my kid, my son Jeremiah. So I'm gonna leave that alone because he's trying to move on with his life. And do I believe in social media dating? I now I do because I'm kind of weird about meeting people in public. kind of weird out about that. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do social media and talk to people and stuff. But I'm not looking for a date because I'm married. Because I love my husband. He is the man of my life. He's the father of my kids. So, so if you have been following my stories, and if you have been following my social media, and if you have been paying attention and listening instead judging me, go right ahead, do it. Keep following me, and I think you will figure shit out for yourself and know what to do next. Um, so I want to talk shit. Let's go back to Taylor. I don't know. There's a lot of Taylor out there. There's one, two Taylors out there. So he dodged a bullet from the first Taylor, and then he dodged the bullet from the second Taylor. Hi guys. And then my son is home. I'm doing a video. You want to say hi? You have to say hi because all my followers, they never have heard you speak. What? So tell my, tell mommy that you're gonna, what are you gonna do? Say it loud. They can't pick it up. He said, I'm going to play my game. So my son is home. And that's that. Uh, where's your dad at? He's at work? Okay, so dad's at work and he brought my son home just to be with me. It was so I thank him for that. Um, what else do I need to talk about? So that's what I wanted to talk about about that, about reporting the news to Chase Rice. so, so he's so I was reading this thing and then after that show, after the Bachelor show, he they were like on his nuts, trying to stir rumors up. And then she was like crying, like, that's my ex. I had no idea. I have something to tell you. I have something to tell you, and I'm really sorry. But that was my ex. And here's this guy, right? What? Why did you tell me? Why did you tell me that was your ex? Well, because I didn't. Because I didn't want to upset you. I didn't want to upset you. You're like, what? What are you saying? That was your ex. Why did you say anything? I mean, I did tell you we're going to Chase Rice concert, and it's a surprise, baby. And then you're over there, so you still have feelings for that guy? Yeah, well, that was my ex, but he just like used me. And he wasn't the same, and it was not like my lifestyle because I don't know. And now I'm a bachelor, and I'm trying to find a rich guy to take home to my mommy and daddy. So here I am. I, I'm doing all of this for you, sweetheart. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I don't know if she got cut off for that or Um, and they did a show after the show, right? And there was like, and she was like, there was this one show. It just, I was, because I do research on people that like, got the hot for this guy. And she was like talking hella shit, right? She switched. She was like, I don't know what they did. Like, well, that was fucked up. And I was like, it's like that shit. I was like, bitch. Take your little rat ass and go back to your wherever you came from. And good luck to you because I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do here. Or you're confused because first of all, you're not from the USA, and then you're from Colorado, Colorado, whatever. And you were paid to come here and try to fool everyone. But the first time did not work because because you just didn't feel right to him. Oh, what's what is this? Who paid for these? Oh, well, no, no. Well, we'll find another show you can join. Huh? Yeah, but they're not looking for my type. Why? Because I can't act right. And to the moral of the story is, y'all producer that is trying to make money and going to foreign country and do all of that. Like, what is the moral of the story? What's your purpose in Bachelor? Oh, because we love that kind of stuff. And Chase Rice is stupid for saying this. Yeah, I'm a pick on your ass. Oh, it's TV, it's television. People love that. Their rating is like high, right? People love that. What rating? All the single people here watching us like, oh, wow. Oh, if I can't look like that, if I don't act like that, and if I don't cry like that, then what man is looking for what? So here I was like watching it at home, like, you're looking for a husband and a wife, and he was smart to say this. Here you are, you have full of men and just one girl and all the video people. If you're looking for a wife, and then if you're looking for a husband, they have all the camera people here, and you have all these women here just showing their fake titties, crybabies, your flat ass, not very educated. With choosing any person, you do know you have to be educated to choose a man, right? Or a woman. and you have this perv, right? Thinking their money can buy you. And the rating of the show has gone like sky high right here. I don't even watch that stuff because I always watch it. Before, when it started, I was looking at it, right? At that time, I was married. And I have my man with me. I had the most beautiful kids with me. And my kids were watching it like, oh. But look at my mommy and daddy. They're like beautiful and they're very sexy together. And we have everything. And we don't have a lot of money, but they're pretty awesome and smart. And and look at my house is always clean. And my mommy's always there making us happy. And we always get the best Christmas tree and we always get the best Christmas gift. And even on Easter, we get a little basket here and there. And my dad, he's just like loving on my mommy. And my mommy's always looking sexy for him. so, so I better go get educated and then I better earn scholarship. And I'm going to be a businessman and a businesswoman. And we are going to rule the world. Because I've seen your kind. I've seen your kind. And I have been friend with your kind and friend with your kind. Wait a second. Let me look at my mommy and my daddy. And let me look at my house. Oh my God, this is a happy home. And then I have the cutest brother and sister. And we're just having a good old time. And we have good friends. They want to be around us. They want to hang out with us. Their mommy and daddy just love us. And we're just going to enjoy our life. And we're going to go to school. And we're going to be happy. We're going to celebrate. We're just have a good old time. Yeah. But they didn't stop there. They continue trying and trying and trying and trying. And then they came up with COVID and they came up with murders and they came up with we have to get everybody all over the world and then to make you believe like this shit is real. But I didn't fall for it. So that's the moral of the story, my truth. My son is here, so I'm gonna go pay attention to what I was cooking and cleaning. And I have been recording for 33 minutes, but I'm gonna do an hour video, so you guys have to hang around because my son is just minding his own business, playing his video game. And I'm just gonna continue with my business because that's what we did. My kids come home from a long day of hard work and school, and they come home and they just like happy to be home. You know, my mom's home. I was always home too, guys. Believe it or not, I worked 3 jobs, but I always manage and juggle to be at home for my kids. So they always look forward to come home after taking care of their responsibility. So that I'm grateful for, being a mother and a wife, because my husband always come home and he always have good food at home and stuff. Yeah, life got busy. It sure did get busy. But I always make sure that my husband has food, right? Get this. His food was take this to work with you. There's like toast, eggs, peanut butter, get banana. Take this to work with you. And then people was like, oh, Kalafai, what does your wife feed you? Hello. He's happy. Leave the guy alone. So people started making food for him, right? And then they fired one of their good cook at Lehona Academy. And then they hired another cook. And so my husband been working there and he eats there at nighttime and he eat their food. Not only that, he kind of like stopped eating like, what, you think you're too good to eat what I have for you? And then people, your coworker want to bring you their food to you, like taro and busami and that shit. Like, do you know how much those food costs here in my world? That's expensive. I can't afford to feed you that shit. Okay, fine. Go eat whatever your coworker bring for you, motherfucker. And that's when we started having marital problem, right? Go ahead. I'm just gonna be sexy. And then he came home, right? And I was like, that's my husband, so we're gonna have sex. I need a cigarette for this. Where's my cigarette? It's in my room. You wanna go with me? So so we had sex. And then I've noticed like, fuck, why is my pussy always dry? I should have I should have known that my husband went out on me, but I was naive again. I was very naive. Like, baby, I don't know what's wrong with my pussy. Like, I'm getting UTI, and then I'm getting like my pussy. I have cottage cheese in my vagina. So I don't know what's going on because I have been doing the same shit. And then I don't know what happened to you. Like, I- you're just, why don't, how come we don't do the, how come we don't do the back anymore? That was my question, right? Like, how come we used to do that? And I'd love to get my ass slapped by him. Like, slap my ass. I was like, I love that. Do not fun. Where's my cigarette? I love doing the ass. But you don't slap my ass like you used to anymore. So what's wrong? Like, whose ass you been slapping? It ain't mine. And all I do is go to work and take care of my kids. And you're always at the temple. And then you come home and I get all this dry pussy. And And I don't know what's wrong with that because I'm not satisfying you anymore. So I don't know who's satisfying you. um. So either my husband's either at work or the temple. Wow, I'm like taking care of my athlete kids and my babies. And my babies, because they were still babies. Wearing diapers too. Because I know Isaac was still wearing diapers. I had two that was still wearing diaper. Isaac and Issa. No, Issa wasn't wearing diaper. I take that back. Because Issa and Quando, they started elementary in California, Hayward. So the only person that was wearing diaper was my son Isaac. And and I used to buy diapers a lot. And diapers are expensive, right? Diapers and wipers. But I kept buying wipers when I stopped buying diaper. So once my son Isaac was no longer wearing diapers, I was like, hallelujah! I can save some money. I don't have to I don't have to buy diapers anymore. Cuz I was a very stingy person when I moved here cuz I have money locked up in the bank to buy a house here. But my husband keep putting it on hold. And it broke my soul when Lua died. He got the nerves to ask me to go into our CD and take money out for to show respect. I was like surprised. Like, the fuck? So that was the first time I went into my CD to take $300 for that bitch funeral. Wow. During the funeral, she was going to get her nail done, her hair done. And I questioned that. Like, the fuck? It makes me wonder. They were always jealous of me and my kids. But Ashley, she kind of figured shit out. But she's dead now, so I can't. I don't know. Rest in peace, my dear sis. You thought I was the enemy. Your fucking sister and your fucking family was fucking hating on your ass, but they want to play friendly to your ass. But then you want to be enemy to my ass. Or what? We're from the Bay Area, bitch. Don't forget that. And then, anyway, the moral of the story, it led to Chase and Taylor, and then carry on to this. But also, I just had a deja vu. So, you know, Taylor, when she started music, right? We were kind of fresh here in Utah. And I used to be her number one listener because I had a birthday party for my baby girl. Because birthday party, I got to go out for my kids. So I would save money and I would rent a hall for my kids because we ain't gonna have a party at the house, too small for that. And then, so I rented this place in Hurricane and they had like video games and they had like a playroom there and she had a lot of friends. And then also I have my kids, they have friends too. And everyone was invited, like your friends, your classmate, and your siblings, because we didn't have any family here, just my in-laws. And then that was that. My memory with listening to Taylor. And then I stopped listening to her bullshit when she was like, I wasn't interested. Um, and then, but my daughter's friends now, when they see me, they don't even recognize me. When I used to braid their hair, they used to come to my house and eat at my house. They would eat my French bread that I buy at the store because I always buy the best. And not only that, I was on, I was getting food stamp for my kids. So I always buy food for them that is good for them to eat. And then they got to an age where like, you know what? I'm making too much money that we don't need all this food stamp. So I refuse getting food stamp. I refuse getting free ride to high school. Like, I'm going to pay for my kids' education. I'm going to write you a check. All right? Because I'm not going to take advantage of the system. So that's what I did. And I always pay my kids way for their recruiting and their education and whatever they want to do. I always support them. I spent good money on instrument. The first guitar I bought for my son, it was like close to $400. New case, new guitar, and it was Quando my Ieremia, because he loved music, and I encourage him. You're very talented and you're very gifted, so I'm gonna get you a guitar, and because he took this class at the Hurricane Middle School. That was my first kid. I spent good money on instrument because they didn't supply any instrument for them at the school. And I ain't doing the I owe you. I'm not gonna borrow your stuff. My son is gonna have new stuff. So that's I went to buy him a new guitar here in St. George, around my neighborhood where I'm at now. So they did that, and I come from a music family. So even my husband, Quandograph, he comes from a music family. So it's like, and we love music, and my kids always love music. It was like motivation. Music was a motivation in our home. So all their friends in high school, they were all hyped up. They were all hyped up. It was great atmosphere. Everyone was just Hurricane was becoming a known city. And then we have rival here, St. George. Our rival is here in St. George. And then how was that? So nah, deja vu. I just remember something. So when we lived with Ashley, when we first moved here, we lived with Ashley, and Ashley's no longer living. She passed away. So we lived with Ashley and Reggie Ieremia. And I was grateful for that because we had a roof over our head when we moved here. And we moved here with just our family, our kids. And I brought some stuff from the Bay Area that was valuable to me, pictures and um, camera rolls and stuff, letters, stuff that they made in school back in the Bay Area in Hayward. And there was a coach there that was coaching my son. He must have been really good because he noticed my kids, my son Quando and Jeremiah. They're like, these are great family, great kids. So that coach stayed in touch with us and mailed us a mail to where we were staying at. And I don't know what happened to that letter because we kept that letter. But all of that stuff was destroyed at the house when we were, because something happened to me over there. Um, my house became very dirty and messy. I wasn't cleaning or anything. And then my house became very chaos. My daughter went on the mission. Angelina Ieremia was the first one that went on the mission for the church. Um, and just things wasn't right. It was the chaos. Um, and then I remember that shooting in she wasn't here, but my daughter Lini, somebody hit her in her Chevy Bug car I bought for my husband and I bought for them because we were supporting them with their education, their school education and business. They did business in Las Vegas with Tautua. Tautua was he's an actress. And I mean, he's an actor. He's in one of the movie. It's like a vampire movie. Uh, and he also was he owned a record company, and he's from Los Angeles. And then I got acquainted. I got acquainted with him through my daughter Angelina Ieremia. So, uh, I remember I was working at Denville, and I was going through my daughter's stuff, and I found a book. And she left a note there for Tao Chua, but I guess she didn't get a chance to send it to him. But I just assumed because I'm a mom. So I am friends with my kids' friends and their business associate with. So I paged him. I paged Tautua. I text Tautua. I was like, hey, I'm Lena's mom, and I have something for you. She left before she went on her mission. So can I have your address? I can send it to you. So I got his fucking text like in 2 seconds. And I was like, okay, this is great. so so I sent it to him. And then everything just went upside down. People were getting shoot at Las Vegas, that big old concert in Las Vegas. Some psycho man from Mesquite was married to a Filipino lady, did a shootout at one of the hotel in Las Vegas, and then everybody just got scared. And tell me why the church got involved and all the parents or every they were like donating music stuff at the church uh, in Hurricane, and I was like, I came out. Uh, well, was before my. I believe Angelina was still around. I believe she was. So with that shooting, my kids were still around, still here in California, in Utah. We were living in Utah. So I collected the instrument stuff, and I brought it to my house. And that was a guitar, and that was that guitar. I have a they deactivated my original account, Instagram account, and so I lost all the pictures there and stuff. So my son Isaac was playing it, and that it was great and stuff like that, uh, and stuff like that. So that deja vu just kind of went away. But I don't know why I want to mention that. And then stuff like that. So the first instrument that my kids play that they came here and carry on with that talent was, um, with group when they sing chorus, like they were in a group, like a group singing. And also my daughter played the violin. She was really good, beautiful. She was a beautiful violin player and very talented. All my kids were talented before we even moved here. They also sang together at church, and that's when I started getting dirty looks at church by some of the priesthood. Um, I don't know if that was like, wow, that was amazing. Like, how do they know how to play like that? Or was it like, we don't like this? Or I don't know what kind of look they were eyeballing each other. But I noticed that look, and I, I pay attention to that kind of stuff. So one of he's a dentist, Christensen family, they noticed, oh wow, these are so their kids started like hang out with my kids because maybe like these are good people. So we were friend with them and stuff. So that was our first ward member friend with my kids was the Christensen family, which was my son, Quando, good friend Jonas Christensen. They were good friends. And Connor too. He had a drum set. Connor Christensen. He had a drum set. So anyhow, that's just a little memories. And I remember also they used to play DoorDash, and the police was fucking with my son Quando, and Jonas was like sticking up for him. So he was a good kid, a good friend. So I would call him my white son, Jonas. Jonas, this is my white son. And that's that. Well, anyway, I'm at 58:31. That's just a lot of deja vu, a lot of stories through my time living here in Utah, Washington County. And then I'm gonna do more video later. I still have a lot of videos, short videos I took at the Peach Day today, and also like, yeah, that. So I will download that later when I have enough energy. But this video is giving me energy to put it out there for my subscribers on my YouTube channel. Oh, yeah. And I haven't ate yet, so I'm gonna make me something good to eat. And I know my favorite person is playing today. somewhere. I don't know if it's a private party because nobody haven't posted anything on his Instagram. So I don't know if it's private. I'm not sure, but I'll be looking out for that, for those videos, because uh, I need to see that. Or maybe he's just busy watching college football. Who knows? All right. Bye, guys. Talk to you guys later.